I do find it interesting that, Doug Williams said recently that we want to sign him to a long-term contract in the worst way possible. They've certainly been going about it the worst way possible.
Yeah, and here's the problem. Kirk Cousins is one of those guys that he's right there on the border. Is he our franchise guy or is he just a guy? And I think what he's done as far as numbers, when you look at his numbers, he's lit it up the last 2 years. But here's the problem. Prior to the last season, they get to the playoffs. And then this year, if they get to the playoffs again, I think they feel a little bit better about Kirk Cousins.
And to be fair there,
yes,
it was a Kirk Cousins interception late in the game against the Giants in the final week of the season that stopped them from going.
Right, so that did not happen. So now they sit in a situation on the offseason. If you're Kirk Cousins, you're looking at this saying, they're really stacking the decks against me. Because if he can get to the playoffs this year, I would think they would give him a contract. But here's the deal. He just lost 2 receivers that had 1,000 yards.
First time ever in free agency.
Right?
First time
They're
ever.
Gone. And then they bring in Terrell Pryor, a guy that played receiver last year. Okay, they brought in Terrell Pryor. He has a tight end that's a really good player.
Jordan Reed.
But the problem is he's not available. So now he's sitting in a place where it's like, hey, how am I supposed to do this?
Here's the thing. I called around to coaches in the division, and I asked them, what would you guys do if you were in the Redskins position? And almost all of them said the Redskins are playing this the right way. The rest of the division doesn't believe in Kirk Cousins just as much as the Redskins don't.
Of course, if they're in the division, they could be saying that for nefarious reasons.
I was going to say, I'd like to see the numbers of
the division. I mean, that does sort of make
it's a shame for Kirk Cousins.
At some point, they either need to get this thing done or just rip the Band-Aid off and move on. Yep.